or failing in here. I'm tired of it. All right, it's second semester, and some of you guys all chose to stay in here. You had an opportunity to go down to geometry and not stay in geometry AB. You chose to stay in here, which is fine. I'm totally all right with that. But now we got to act like it, and the grades got to start resembling that. So I'm done with the average and the failing. Okay, so figure out a way to get this done tomorrow. I got a whole. This is very, very rare that I review for a quiz. Very rare. All right, so take advantage of it. The unfortunate part is there's no after-school review today, so it's going to be here, or you can email me questions tonight. We all good? We ready to go? Do what you want with this. I'm just going to go through every topic that's on the quiz tomorrow, and I'm going to have the rest of the time for you guys to do the review questions in the packet. First thing that's on the test tomorrow, Hills and SAS. You need a specific type of diagram for Hills and SAS, and here it is. Already just started. Let's talk about that diagram. How do I know it's going to be a Hills-SAS problem? Here we go. 3, what type of triangle do I have? Right triangle. And what's BD? An altitude. You have to have an altitude that is drawn to, what's AC in this diagram? 1, what's AC?
Oh, sorry.
This is a Hills-SAS problem, so AC is identified as the hypotenuse. So again, this is the only type of time tomorrow you can bust out Hills and SAS. I have a right triangle with an altitude to the hypotenuse. Do not start doing this. Oh, that looks like a 30, and you don't know that, so don't write it. It's Hills and SAS. All right, don't write in other degree measures that you are not sure on. So now that we know it's Hills and SAS, what's BC going to be? That's a what in Hills and SAS? 10. Leg. AD. 1. Segment. DC. 13. Segment. And AB. 1. Leg. Any questions there? All right, now talk to me about why you would use Hills. And what were you going to plug in for H, L, L, and S? What's getting plugged in here? The whole thing. 8, what's getting plugged in for H? Make sure it's of the large right triangle. L. Leg. L.
Same leg.
And S.
Segment.
Which one?
The one adjacent to the leg.
There we go. These have to be the same. Whatever you plug in for the means has to be the same. And then how's this work? SAS. How's that going to work? Let's go 11. How's the S? Yep, A.
Altitude.
Yep, A.
Altitude.
And S. Good. Different segments. Again, whatever you plug in for the means are the same. So there's Hills and SAS. Any issues? Don't plug in random degree measures. If you decide you're doing that, you're either not seeing Hills and SAS or what we're going to talk about next. Yep, Pythagorean theorem. What is it? Pythagorean theorem. 11 again. All right, perfect. What are A and B? 11 again. Go ahead. And C? Everyone know where to find the legs. They make up the right angle, and everyone knows where to find the hypotenuse. We're all good. Pythag, you will need it tomorrow. You will need it. All right, 45, 45, 90. Two rules. Here we go. Rule number 1, 4. What do we know about the legs? And then how do I find the hypotenuse in a 45, 45, 90? 1.
The legs times radical 2.
There we go. Pick a leg, multiply it by radical 2. Questions there? All right, it's a lot already. All right, let's go Friday. 30, 60, 90. Let's start here. How do I find the hypotenuse in a 30, 60, 90? I know we went over it homework, but let's do it again. 5.
Shorter leg times radical 3.
That's longer leg rule.
I'm not talking about shorter leg times 2.
Shorter leg times 2. And then how do I find the longer leg? 12. 30, 60, 90 triangle. Longer leg can be found by
Shorter legs times radical 2.
times radical 3. Good. We all right before I go over some little things here? All right, a couple things you may have to do tomorrow that have nothing to do with the rules or anything. Let's say at the end of a problem you have this: 2 radical 2 plus radical 6 plus radical 6 plus 3 radical 3. Let's say you're doing a perimeter problem and that's what you end up with. What can you combine up there? Can't combine all of them. Again, you cannot combine all of them because what's underneath is not all the same, but what can you combine up here? 3, what can I combine up here?
2 radical 6s.
Yep. So 2 radical 2 plus 2 radical 6 plus 3 radical 3, that would be my final answer. Okay, that would be my final answer. What about this one here? 3 radical 2 times 3 radical 2. If you had to end up multiplying something like this. Uh, 13. 9. But now we're multiplying them. Radical 4. Anybody eyes light up here? Still not simplified. Why is this not simplified yet? 9. What's going on right here? So it's gonna, instead of writing 9 radical 4, we're gonna write 9 times. What's the square root of 4?
2.
That's it. And then that's what I'm looking for, 18 as my final answer. All right, I still got more here. What happens if you see you have this at the end? X equals 8 divided by radical 2. I don't want a decimal, you know that. I don't want radicals in the denominator at the end. So that is not simplified yet. How do you simplify it? Got to get the radical out. How? 9 again. Top and bottom by the radical you want to get rid of. Good. And then what am I left with on top and bottom now when I do that? 12.
You have 8 radical 2 and then 2.
Good. And I still won't accept that because that's not simplified. One more step, and what is it? 10.
8 divided by 2.
So what's my final answer?
4.
There we go. That would be my final answer. And last thing here, let's say you're doing Pythagorean theorem tomorrow, and you have 8 squared plus 2 radical 2 squared equals c squared. No big deal here. But when you go to your calculator, don't type this in your calculator because your calculator is going to think you're squaring radical 2, and that's it. What do you have to square? Whole thing. So make sure you have parentheses in your calculator if you're doing that tomorrow. All right, anything here? Again, I'm tired of the average here. We got to start picking it up. All right, and making our grades reflect that we're in an above average class here. And that's on you guys here prepping more. All right, here's the deal. Get your Chromebooks out. Let's go. Get your Chromebooks out. This is non-negotiable here today. Open up to the homework answers. Day 6, review for quiz. Have that open right now. Have that open right now. Homework answers, day 6. Should match what you're looking at on your packet right now. Right now, you're going through your packet questions. Okay, I think there's 6 of them. Once that's done, you're picking up a textbook and doing the textbook pages at the top. The textbook pages are at the end of your.
Says it right here.
No, I know, but they should be at the end of your homework answers, I believe. Okay, so if you scroll to the end of your homework answers, you'll see textbook answers. All right. Last thing. If anybody needs or wants more practice with Hills SAS 30, 60, 45, 45, 90, up on Classroom, quiz 1 and unit test review material. And you will see a PDF of Hills and SAS special right triangles. Okay, so if anybody wants more practice specifically with Hills and SAS and special right triangles, it's right there. All right. You can work with other people if you want. If you want to move to other places, because we got a lot of space here, let's do it. But you better be checking your answers every time. Call me over if you have any questions. All right, let's get plugging along here.
My packet in my house.
If you didn't hear my spiel here, I'm tired of average here. I want to start seeing some above average AB, geometry AB results starting tomorrow. If you get stuck, call me over. Again, you want to work with somebody, go somewhere